So I'm back with another video, and of course it is another episode to this Freiburg for Life series. I have officially gotten FC 26. I pre-ordered it, but I didn't get like early access, so it's fine. But we have gotten it, and FC 26 content will be coming very soon. But first, I want to change a few things and to just see exactly how the game works, and then start maybe a new series or at least like a one-off video. But either way, we're going to continue this series at least for maybe a few more weeks, maybe up to season 5, maybe season 6, just because I'm having so much fun. But you will find out. But either way, let's jump back into the Freiburg series. It could be a little bit more fast-paced than normal. Maybe we'll cut it down to 3 episodes instead of 4 per season. But anyways, we are going to be jumping back into this series with our new game up against Dortmund. So our first game back was up against Dortmund, of course, and they have been a huge rival for us. I mean, they destroyed us in the Super Cup, destroyed us in the DFB Pokal final, and just overall beat us to the Bundesliga title. But Mo Salah was the first one to get on the score sheet to put us ahead up against this Dortmund side, including this Mike Magnan, apparently. But Diego Lainez is the player that gets Dortmund on the score sheet, making it 1-1, and Diego Lainez was just a terror this entire game as he scores a brace right there, making it 2-1 to Dortmund. And all of a sudden we are behind, and Dortmund try to get another shot off that thankfully is straight at Atabolu, and Atabolu makes a save. It was a tough shot either way, but we finally get another chance as Ruben van Bommel on the counter. He makes his cut inside and shoots it straight into the back of the net and makes it 2-2, thankfully. And Asprilla cuts it back all the way for Javier Puado, who takes a shot. That does go in, making it 3-2. Thankfully, we take the lead right back from Dortmund, and there's still quite a few minutes left, so we gotta be careful, but we are finally leading. They do have the golden logo there of the Bundesliga because, of course, they did win it last season, but Diego Lainez tries himself to get a hat-trick, but Atabolu was there for the save, thankfully. And we keep going forward. We do not let this up. We are still leading 3-2. We need the 3 points here, and Mo Salah gets another shot off and scores, making it 4-2. A lot more comfortable for me. 2-goal cushion right there, and thankfully we keep going. But then in the DFB Pokal, it is our first game in the DFB Pokal, and at home we lose to Mönchengladbach, of course, a previous what's it called, rival for us, who did destroy us several times over, and they beat us here yet again. But it means that we are out of the DFB Pokal, so we won't be making a deep run in the German Cup this year. But it means we get to focus on the Champions League and in the Bundesliga, so hopefully we can win at least one of those, if not both. In the following game, we did face up against Bayern. So yes, we had Dortmund, Borussia Mönchengladbach, and then we had Bayern Munich back to back. Very tough games in the schedule, but we did face this team. We did face Bayern Munich. We've beat them before. Can we beat them again, especially with our new signing Mo Salah, our new number 11? And he does get us off the mark by scoring a beautiful goal. He has been a fantastic signing, and to think that he was a free agent, he can score with his right, he can score with his left, and he is just a bagsman. What can I say? He has been a true leader in this side ever since stepping onto the field, and we make it 2-0 with Javier Puado scoring the goal. That's a Mo Salah assist, by the way, as well. Jamal Musiala tries to get not an equalizer, but something on the board for Bayern Munich, but it's unfortunate to just miss it right there. But Harry Kane gets a shot off that. He does score, making it 2-1, making this an even more interesting game. But we got to keep pushing forward because Freiburg does not give up. We do not give up as Javier Puado gets another shot off, and he scores this time, making it 3-1 to Freiburg. So we do hold on to the lead, and it's a 2-goal cushion yet again. But Bayern Munich, we're not going to let up just there, as Jamal Musiala brings it down beautifully, but it's a great save from Atabolu with his left hand there. I don't know what his finger was doing, but anyways, we keep going, and we get another shot off at Romeo Lavia from the edge of the box. He takes the shot. That, unfortunately, does not go in just by a hair. It slices just past the post, but we keep going, as Jamal Musiala does get another shot off here, and does put it away, making it 3-2. Very slim margins here, but we keep pushing forward. It's a lot of attacks. It's a barrage of attacks from both sides as we get another shot off, but their goalkeeper does make the great save there. But we get another one as Javier Puado gets on the end of one and strikes it home at the near post, making it 4-2. A lot more comfortable getting the 3 points for us. Should be done and dusted, even though Bayern Munich do get another shot off here, that it just leaves us wide open and making it 4-3 to Bayern Munich as they get another shot off towards the end there, but Malik Thiaw makes a great block from the Hurricane shot. We're recording this a little bit later, but we do hop into the next game, which is up against Galatasaray. They seem to have Eduard Mendy as their goalkeeper now, and of course this is a team that we did a whole on series about. We won a treble with them, won the Champions League with a Turkish side, which is kind of interesting to watch, but they did have the first shot. Wasn't on target, but, you know, it is a warning sign that Galatasaray was trying to give us here. But we desperately need to start picking up wins here in the Champions League because we could be slipping off if we don't start winning. So, Javier Pablo gets our first shot on target, and it was a save by Eduard Mendy, who is their goalkeeper at this time. And I'm excited to see what this team has in store because I know we have a lot in store. Javier Pablo gets the shot off one more time, and it gets underneath Eduard Mendy this time, making it 1-0 to our Freiburg side. Let's go. Let's keep going forward and hopefully grab the 3 points in the Champions League, which we desperately need, as Merlin Roller tries to grab himself a goal and makes an incredible save. There is an incredible save by Eduard Mendy there, and we got to keep going as Galatasaray try to get their own shot off as well by their number 9, Mauro Icardi, who did sell on pretty early on in our Galatasaray rebuild, if I do say so. But they did have a shot off, and it's Derek Cohn gets the shot off, and it's a great finish, I can't lie, from their left back. I think it was Derek Cohn, but Mauro Icardi gets another shot off as well, gets the shot off, but thankfully it's just very close to being wide. It was so close to going in, should I say, but thankfully it did go wide. And we keep going forward as we see Yuito Suzuki, our substitute, scores the goal. He has been popping up with incredible goals, and, you know, important goals to put us 3 points, to give us 3 points in the Champions League, but also in the league as well, as Javier Pablo gets another chance here. Left-footed finish, but it was a great save from Mendy. Mendy had an incredible game, I have to say, but we do fight for those 3 points, and thankfully we do get them. Despite trying to score, we did try to score a few more goals here as Ryan Flamingo gets a shot off with a header, but it does go just over the bar. But then we face Bayer Leverkusen, which have been a very tough side for us. We have been able to get some wins, but also lose quite in tough situations. Even last season, it was a harsh loss that we had to take, and we were already conceded. We're losing 1-0 to this Bayer Leverkusen side. I'd still have Florian Wirtz, still have Jeremy Frimpong, and a few other amazing players like Jonathan Tah that have since moved on in real life. But Romeo Lavia gets a chance, and he strikes it home, putting us into a pretty decent side, or decent result here, where it's 1-1, but we keep going forward. Malagon is still there as their keeper, but Mo Salah gets another chance off, and it's a great save by the keeper that I just mentioned, Malagon. Great save there. But we keep pushing forward. We're making chances. They have Gonzalo Ignacio. That's an interesting signing there. But Florian Wirtz gets a chance, and he scores it, unfortunately, making it 2-1 to Bayer Leverkusen. We got to keep pushing forward, though, because it's just tough. It's tough. Leverkusen are a great side. Then we make a first save. Atobolu got to be there. And thankfully he is. He makes the double save against Florian Wirtz there. Amazing job from our German goalkeeper. He knows it too. But we're still losing. But Asprilla tries to get us into a good spot, tying up the game. And he does. Puts it in the back of the net. Asprilla and Van Bommel have really grown into their own game this season. They have been scoring a lot more goals. Have been assisting as well, but we keep pushing forward. Ruben Van Bommel is the one that I just mentioned, and he does get fouled by Gabriel Martinelli, which is another signing that I didn't see. But Bisek, our captain, puts us in the lead, making it 3-2 there. Let's go. Our center back doesn't score many goals, but when he does, it's important. And I was about to say Florian Wirtz. Jonas Hoffman gets a chance off for Leverkusen, but it's completely clear. We were safe, thankfully. But right now, we have the 3 points. We got to keep pushing. We got to ensure that we keep those 3 points because we are in a title race, and thankfully we're leading it. But it's going to be tough if they score like that, making it 3-3 for Leverkusen. But it wasn't over there, as Leverkusen do get another shot off. That doesn't go in, thankfully. It goes just wide, but Leverkusen weren't going to stop there, as Victor Boniface, who has actually just gone to Werder Bremen, does take another shot, but it's off target. But Mo Salah here for the 4. There it is, 4-3. We should be able to grab the 3 points here. We take the lead towards the end of the game. It is Mo Salah, our best player so far this season, by far, or not by far, but quite easily our best player. He has been scoring and assisting a lot of goals, as Granit Xhaka gets a shot off that Autobolo makes the save for, and we still stay at 4-3, trying to get those 3 points in another Bundesliga game away from home. We were facing Union Berlin, and thankfully, thanks to a Mark Guillou brace, towards rather late in the game, he did start, but he stayed in the game, played the full 90 minutes, and grabbed the brace, and he repaid us by scoring 2 goals in quick succession and to ensure our victory and another 3 points despite Mofi's early goal, or early-ish goal in the second half, which meant that we did grab the 3 points and we continue being at the top of the leaderboard in the Bundesliga, despite Buthelezi also starting. After that game, we did have a tough game up against Villarreal. It was very, very tough. I played the game, but I forgot to save the highlights, so we took a quick screenshot of this Villarreal game. We did lose 3-0 away from home. It was a tough game, but yeah, it did mean that we lost out on 3 points there in the Champions League, so it's going to be a tough climb trying to make even the top 24 to make the playoffs. I think we should still be able to do it, but it's going to be tough. Hertha is next. We faced Union, Hertha was next, and here is Hertha Berlin. We did get a 2-2 draw. That's our first drop points, I believe, apart. I think that it might be our first drop points in a while in the Bundesliga. But still, it is still a tie. We'll take that. Van Bommel and Yuito Suzuki were able to grab the goals for us. But Sessa and Reis were early goal scorers for Hertha Berlin, which meant that we were trailing. We had to try to catch up. We did, but it was only up to a draw. Osala got subbed on, same with Asprilla, Leda, and Lienhardt. We did have a few changes similar to the Union Berlin game where we had a few substitutions come on. Atobolo was starting, but he did concede 2. Buthelezi has been proving himself to be a good backup goalkeeper and possibly could be showing up a little bit more often for us. But without the cup, it could be difficult. Anyways, we move on to another game. Back to the highlights we do see as we face up against Mainz. They're a decent side, and you do see Charles Dodds actually starting here for us. He deserves a little bit more playing time. I think he's only got an assist so far, as Mo Salah gets an assist for a shot by Javier Guado, I should say. Unfortunately, it does not go in. The goalkeeper was able to make the save. But as I was saying, Charles Dodds is someone that I'm excited about. He is our backup right mid for Asprilla, and Asprilla is a fantastic right mid. But I'd like Charles Dodds to grow a little bit more in overall. He's about 76, and I think he can grow up to that closer, 80, if not just over 80. Zotobolo makes an excellent save, but Mainz was doing it excellent. That was a great touch by their number 9, and the shot could have been better, but I have to say that control was really well thought out, really well done. He took it away from, what's it called? What's his name? Bisek. Sorry. I keep forgetting names, but Javier Puado tries to get one for us. Unfortunately, it does not go in, but Romeo Lavia gets it on the edge of the box, and he scored quite a few goals in this season, and unfortunately, it doesn't pay off there, but he is attempting a lot more shots, so we'll take that a lot. As Mark Guillou, towards the end of the game, he got subbed on, and that's exactly what he got subbed on for. He scores a goal, making it 1-0 to Freiburg towards the end of the game, but it was far from over, as Mainz try to get a shot off here from the edge of the box, and it's a screamer. It's a banger from their captain, Amiri. Of course, I think he used to play for Bayer Leverkusen, but he's playing for Mainz, and he scores a goal against us, but it wasn't over here, as, Eric Lira gets a chance and somehow scores it. Yes, Eric Lira, the Mexican. I was not expecting him to score a goal like this, and yet he does, and I couldn't be happier as it gives us the 3 points back in the Champions League and back to losing ways, unfortunately, as Yankube Minte and Brian Broby grabbed 2 goals for Brighton. Then Javier Puado tried to get something for us, but then unfortunately it was Jorginho Rutter who put it away, which made it 3-1 for Brighton. The English side was able to get the victory over us, which meant it's another 3 points dropped, which meant that we have 2 more games left, I believe, in this league phase in order to try to get something and ensure that we make the top 24. But it's an uphill battle. I think we absolutely need to win the next 2 games, and even if we don't, or even if we do, it could be tough. Also, interesting little fact here, João Neves actually joined Brighton. Interesting. Very, very interesting. But anyways, we move on back to the Bundesliga. Next game was up against Werder Bremen. I know we mentioned them slightly, but we do have Abde starting for this game. I really like Abde, just like Charles Dodds. He is our backup wide midfielder for, of course, Ruben van Bommel, who's had a fantastic start to the season, as Asprilla gets an assisted shot, or assist to a shot for Romeo Lavia. He's getting, like I said, he has been starting off really well, getting a lot of chances off, and he's getting into some really great positions that I'm very happy with. As Asprilla gets another pass off to Merlin Roll, who unfortunately doesn't put it away. It was a great save by the Werder Bremen goalkeeper, but Merlin Roll is finally getting a lot more chances and hopefully can be starting to put it away as Werder Bremen do get another shot off that Buthelezi, yes, he did start this game, gets a hand to, well, both hands to ensure that we do not concede there, as Werder Bremen get another chance off as well. Number 17 from distance gets the shot off, but Buthelezi is there. He is trying to make a name for himself. He's trying to take that spot from Atobolu, and I'm not against it, at least not completely, as Merlin Roll shakes his defender off and with the left-footed shot puts it in the back of the net. Finally, I think that's his second goal in the season, if not third, and finally I think he's stepping up a little bit more. He's finally getting the chances and scoring quite a few goals, as Mark Yu also getting some chances, also scoring some goals. He is doing a fantastic job as our backup striker, but he can definitely push forward to be our starting striker. That's 2-1 for us, or sorry, 2-0 for us, as Buthelezi makes quite a bit of a mistake. He passes the ball straight to the Werder Bremen striker, who thankfully does not put it away. He strikes it wide. Yes, we got super lucky. We were let off there as Mark Yu tries to bang himself a brace, and he does. That's what the Spanish striker does. That I'm so happy with his development so far. I think he's already grown past an 80 overall, or I think he might be even 81. So he is definitely stepping up, and he is someone that I can trust as a backup striker, as Werder Bremen do get a shot and get a goal, making it 3-1 for us. But Merlin Roll tries himself to get a brace as well, which he does, making it 4-1. Grabbing the 3 points for us, securing the 3 points, putting him in the bag, ensuring that we keep going as Abde gets a chance that just barely goes wide, and I think his first goal still is yet to be desired, but we keep going. We try to be the strongest team in Germany and finally win the Bundesliga title, which I think is a definite possibility when we have such a strong squad and such good squad depth like Buthelezi, which is our backup goalkeeper making saves like that, and backup strikers who are scoring goals like Mark Yu, and then attacking midfielders like Merlin Roll and Lienhardt as a backup center back. I'm happy with this team, and I cannot wait to see what trophies we can win. In our next game, we do face RB Leipzig as Romeo Lavia, like I said, gets a banger of a shot off. I don't know why it was so quickly straight to the point, but anyways, we are straight into the point, and very early on into the game, we did get the lead thanks to Romeo Lavia finish. It was a great finish that hit off the crossbar and was a goal, and not only that, but Ruben van Bommel, like I said, he's been stepping up. He scores yet another goal for himself in this season. We're just approaching the halfway point, and I think he's already got more goals, or close to getting more goals than last season already, as RB Leipzig do get a shot off, but thankfully goes wide. But we are leading 2-0. Omar Marmoush has come back to the Bundesliga with RB Leipzig, interestingly enough, and he does get a shot off here that does go in off of the crossbar. What a fantastic finish, I have to say. Atobolu, you got to do a little bit better than that, but it was a great finish as Merlin Roll puts the ball on a plate for Mark Yu, and it somehow sneaks in. Gulashi does get a hand to it, but it still strikes home, so we will take that 3-1 for this Freiburg side. RB Leipzig have caused us problems in the past, but not in this game, not now. But they keep going as Omar Marmoush gets another shot off as well, puts it in the back of the net, making it 3-2. Not easy by any stretch of the imagination as Omar Marmoush tries again, but it's a great save by Atobolu. He is our number one. We got to rely on him. But Buthelezi, like I said, is putting his hat into the ring as they get a flying header off that thankfully Atobolu saves with his shoulder there. But Van Bommel, can he make it a brace here? And yes, he does. Puts it in the back of the net, making it 4-2 for us. 2-goal cushion. A lot more comfortable for me. But it wasn't over there as RB Leipzig still created more chances. Gets another shot off that Atobolu was forced to make the save. Therefore, left-handed save, but he's there. We score a lot of goals, but we also do concede a lot of goals. We are a very attack-minded team. I'm a very attack-minded coach and manager as we get our first cross off. And Mark Yu actually gets the header off, but unfortunately it does go wide. Headers are just not good in this game, but hopefully they're better in FC 26, which hopefully we should be able to get more videos out very soon about that. But RB Leipzig get another shot off that Atobolu didn't get to, but it does go wide very closely, but we do. we are able to protect ourselves from it, as Bisek saves us from that shot right there. It was a great one from our captain. His knee is the one that blocked the shot from Ugo Ekitike, but RB Leipzig do get another shot off. It looked to be a potential danger and almost went in, but thankfully it didn't, which keeps the score at 4-2. As Benjamin Šeško gets a strike, that Atobolu flies for it. I wasn't even sure he was going to make it or like be able to save it, but Ruben van Bommel for his hat trick. Can he get his hat trick? He hasn't scored a hat trick in a long time, but he does. He gets it this time. He gets 3 goals and the match ball for this game and helps us get the 3 points up against this very tough side and ensure we stay top of the leaderboard, despite the fact that Nusa does get another goal for him. But it's 5-3 and 3 points to Freiburg. Thankfully, they were causing a lot of problems and they did try to score more goals. Like I said, we conceded a lot of chances. We concede another goal, 5-4. It's a little bit nervy towards the end there, but we were able to get the 3 points. Thankfully, another save from Atobolu ensures that he is our savior in net. But we keep going, 5-4. We simulated this next game up against Borussia Mönchengladbach, and we were able to grab a 2-1 victory, grabbing another 3 points in the Bundesliga. We are honestly doing really well in the Bundesliga. I think we're still top. I think we haven't dropped many points, and hopefully that continues. Just a few more games left in this episode, unfortunately, but hopefully we can keep going. And next episode, hopefully we can push further and stake our claim in the Bundesliga title so we can try to win it and we can finally get our first Bundesliga title for SC Freiburg. It was Bisek and Lavia that were the ones that scored the goals for us. 2 unlikely of sources for our goals, but we'll take it. Lavia has been scoring quite a few goals recently, or at least more goals than he has in the previous 2 seasons. But Bisek also, I think that's his first, if not possibly his second goal this season. We'll take it. I'm very happy for him. In our next game, we did simulate yet another game up against Augsburg. This time, though, we did come out the victors as 5-2 with 3 points more on the board. Javier Puado grabbed a brace. Mo Salah came in off the bench, grabbed a goal for himself as well. Then Bummel, he did get subbed off, but he did grab 2 goals for himself as well. Grabbed the brace just like Javier Puado. And honestly, Van Bommel is also having a really good season. He's having a much better goal scoring season than he has in the seasons past. I mean, same with Lavia. I think we're spreading the goals out a lot better than we have been in the past 2 seasons. I think that's why we're doing so well in the Bundesliga. Speaking of how we're doing in the Bundesliga, this is the halfway point. We've played 17 matches. Most other teams have also played 17. Bayern Munich and Hoffenheim have played 18. I'm assuming some other teams have also played that. But we see that we are 9 points clear of Borussia Dortmund, and they're our next opponent, and it will be our last opponents for this episode. And we're going to play this big game. If we win, then we will go 12 points clear of Borussia Dortmund. If we lose, then we'll go 6. We'll stay 6 points ahead of them. But ideally, we can go that 12 point so we can not put our pedal, take our foot off the pedal, but still kind of focus more on the Champions League and see how far we can get there. And kind of doing a little bit more rotations in the Bundesliga because of how far ahead we are in the Bundesliga. But still, cannot say that it's too easy or Bundesliga is not hard, because we do have to keep our consistency. 46 points, only 1 loss and 1 draw. Very good. 15 wins is amazing. We got to keep going forward, keep winning. Let's see if we can win against Borussia Dortmund. So in our game against Borussia Dortmund, we are away from home. We're at Borussia Dortmund's home stadium, the Signal Iduna Park, of course. We have Nuno Tavares. We have our whole starting 11. They were the Bundesliga champions last season, and they're fighting for the Bundesliga this season. While we are ahead by quite a few, we have to get off the mark. And we were close with a Mo Salah strike right there, but we got to keep going, keep pushing forward. We know how to score goals. Defending is not our strong suit, but thankfully we are able to make the save right there from Atobolu. He has been a really good player for us in the previous seasons. Maybe he's backed up a little bit. Buthelezi has had a little bit more prominence, but we're on the attack now. Javier Puado, he takes the strike, and it's saved by Mike Mainan. He stepped up for Borussia Dortmund. He needs to, because we are attacking from all sides, and we scored this goal this time. Javier Puado is the goal scorer here. It's 1-0 up against Borussia Dortmund, away from home. And we got the 3 points, so we will end it off right there. We were able to grab quite a few wins. The DFB Pokal loss was a little bit tough to take, but we keep going forward. And in the Bundesliga, we're doing really well. Champions League is a little bit of a struggle. We need to win the next 2 games. We just absolutely need to. And yeah, we got to push forward. We got to make the top 24, make it to the playoffs, and hopefully keep going forward with that. But either way, let's keep going, see what we can do, and I think we can definitely make a strong title charge, hopefully make it far in the Champions League, and just showcase that we are a tough side not to be messed with, and win some more titles. We've already got Super Cup, DFB Pokal. Now can we get a Bundesliga title? That's another trophy that we'd love to win. Champions League could be a season or two away. I think it's gonna be tough, but we gotta keep pushing. But I think people will start taking Freiburg a little bit more seriously. We have the squad depth. We have amazing players. Mo Salah is absolutely killing it. Romelu Lavia, keep an eye out for him. He's having a fantastic season. Merlin Rolls backed off a little bit, but I think he will have more prominence so long as we keep playing him a little bit more. Javier Puado, scoring many goals like he always has. Barguil, proving to be a really good goal threat. And Ruben van Bommel having his best season in this SC Freiburg side so far. I'm just saying. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do like and subscribe. Catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.